Picture this. You're standing in a crowded room, music blaring, energy chaotic. Younger women are laughing their eyes, scanning the scene. Every guy their age is tripping over himself to stand out, flexing their egos, tossing out one-liners, trying to buy a conversation with a drink. Then there's you, calm, unfazed, not chasing. You're just there, sipping your drink, grounded with a presence that cuts through the noise like a blade. She glances your way, then looks again, holding your gaze a second longer than she meant to. Why? Because you're not begging to be seen. You're the man who's built a life so solid, so deliberate, it pulls her in like gravity. This isn't about pickup lines or playing games. It's about becoming the kind of man younger women can't resist, the kind who doesn't need to chase. Want to know how? Let's dive in. Most men over 30 feel it. The sting of being invisible. You've got your life together, a decent job, a car that doesn't break down, maybe a house you're grinding to pay off, but the women you want, the ones who light up a room with their energy, their youth, their fire, they're swiping past you for guys who can't even afford their own rent. It's not just about age, it's about the world telling you your prime is gone, that you've got to beg for attention or settle for someone who doesn't spark that fire in your chest. That burns. Deep down, you're not here to grovel. You're not here to fade into the background. You're here to stand tall, to be the man who commands respect without raising his voice. And here's the truth. You can. Here's the raw deal. Younger women aren't chasing youth. They're chasing strength. Not just muscles or a big bank account, but the kind of strength that comes from a man who's been through the fire and walked out sharper. Psychologists call it emotional stability, and it's not just some buzzword. A study from 2018 in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found women across all ages are wired to gravitate toward men who project certainty, direction, self-mastery. It's not about being the loudest guy in the room. It's about being the one who doesn't flinch when everyone else is losing their head. Younger guys. They're too busy chasing likes, chasing trends, chasing validation. They don't even notice they're losing respect. But you've got the edge. You've lived longer, seen more. And if you play it right, you can turn that into a weapon. Imagine you're at a bar, leaning against the counter, nursing a whiskey. A younger woman, mid-20s, is laughing with her friends a few feet away. The guys around her are peacocking, telling loud stories about their crypto gains, name-dropping some influencer they met once, offering her a drink like it's a golden ticket. You're not part of that circus. You're talking to a buddy about something real, a deal you closed at work, a book that's got you thinking, a trip you're planning to clear your head. Your voice is low, your posture relaxed, but there's a weight to you. She overhears, glances over, catches your eye. You nod. Hold her gaze for a split second, then go back to your conversation. No rush, no desperation. 5 minutes later, she's finding an excuse to stand closer, asking you a question about something you said. Why? Because your world feels like a fortress, and she's curious about what's inside. If you keep doing what most guys do, chasing, pleasing, bending over backward, you're signing up for a losing game. You might get her attention for a night, but it's fleeting. She'll see you as the nice guy who's trying too hard, and she'll ghost you faster than you can text what you're doing. Worse, you might get bitter. Start believing the lie that women only want bad boys or guys with six-figure bank accounts. You'll check out. Settle for a life that feels like a slow death, stuck in a cycle where you're not the prize. You're the one begging to be picked. That's not freedom. That's a cage. But there's another way. You don't chase her. You build a life so compelling, she can't help but chase you. Here's how you do it step by step, with the kind of calculated wisdom Machiavelli would nod at, but grounded in the real world. No fluff, just what works. To master the nothing bothers me, mindset. You need to start with your own space. Your life isn't a stage for her approval. It's a kingdom you've built brick by brick, your apartment. It's not just a place to crash. It's clean, intentional, a reflection of a man who knows what he wants. Your schedule, locked in, not dictated by her texts or anyone else's. Your body, strong. Not for Instagram likes, but because you respect the machine you're living in. A study from 2021 in evolutionary psychology found women are drawn to men who signal high resource control, not just money, but discipline over their environment, their time, their energy. When she steps into your world, she shouldn't feel like the queen. She should feel like a guest who's lucky to be there. Practically, this means decluttering your space today. Toss the junk, organize your desk, make your home a place that screams, "I've got my shit together." When she walks in, she'll sense it. This is a man who doesn't need her to complete him. He's already whole. When it comes to containing her chaos without breaking, understand this. Younger women are often a storm. One minute they're laughing, the next they're overthinking, caught in a whirlwind of emotions, ambitions, and doubts. Most guys try to fix it, match her energy, or worse, get sucked into the drama. Don't. Be the rock. When her voice rises slow, yours down. When she's spiraling, stay still. A 2019 study in Frontiers in Psychology showed women feel safer with men who regulate their own emotions under stress. Your calm isn't just attractive, it's a signal you can handle her without losing yourself. Picture this. She's venting about her day, words tumbling out faster than she can think. You don't interrupt or try to solve it. You just listen, nod, and say, "I hear you." Watch her shoulders drop, her eyes soften. She's not used to that. Most guys react. You contain. Practical move. Next time she's upset, take a slow breath before you respond. Speak low. Move slow. She'll feel your strength, and her nervous system will thank you for it. Leading without saying a word is about letting her feel your authority. You don't need to announce you're in charge. She'll sense it in how you move through the world. It's in the way you pick the restaurant without second-guessing, how you guide her through a crowded room with a light hand on her lower back, how you make decisions without apologizing for them. This isn't about being a dictator. It's about being a man who's done this before, who knows the terrain. Women notice. They relax when they don't have to steer the ship. Think about a date. You don't ask her to pick every detail, where to go, what to eat, what time to meet. You say, "I've got us a spot at this Italian place downtown. Meet me at 7. She'll show up. Not because you demanded it, but because she trusts you to lead. Practical move. Plan a night out without asking her input on every step. Choose the vibe, set the tone, and watch her follow your lead. When it comes to giving less to mean more, avoid the trap most guys fall into. They overshare. Spill their life story on the first date. Shower her with compliments. Try to prove they're enough. You're a vault. Share your thoughts sparingly. Your approval rarely. When you do give her something, a compliment, a story, a piece of yourself, make it count. Say, "I like how you think on your feet." Not, "You're so pretty." Make it specific, earned, and rare. Machiavelli knew this. Scarcity creates value. If you're always available, always pouring out your heart, she'll take it for granted. But if she has to work for your attention, she'll crave it. Picture her leaning in, trying to get you to open up, asking questions about your life because you've only given her a glimpse. That's power. Practical move. Next time you're tempted to oversell yourself, cut your words in half. Let her wonder. Let her chase the rest. Inspiring her to rise is about being her mirror, not her preacher. You're not her therapist or her dad. You reflect what's possible. Live a life that makes her want to be better. Read books that sharpen your mind. Try Meditations by Marcus Aurelius or Atomic Habits by James Clear. Hit the gym like it's a ritual, not a chore. Talk about ideas, not gossip. A 2020 study in social, psychological, and personality science found women are drawn to men who spark self-improvement without preaching. She'll start dressing sharper, thinking deeper, chasing her own goals, not because you told her to, but because your life shows her what's possible. Imagine this. You're telling her about a time you pushed through a brutal work project, not bragging, just sharing the story. She listens, then starts talking about her own ambitions. Her voice lit up. You didn't lecture her. You inspired her. Practical move. Share a story about a challenge you overcame. Don't preach. Just let her see the man you've become. Building a life that commands respect is where it all comes together. Your life isn't just a collection of habits. It's a signal to the world. You're not just a guy with a job and a gym membership. You're a man with a purpose. Your calendar is tight. Not because you're busy for the sake of it, but because every hour is accounted for work, growth, rest. Your finances tracked. Not because you're a control freak, but because you know freedom comes from discipline. Your body, lean and strong, not to impress, but because it's a tool you sharpen daily. When she sees this, she doesn't just see a man, she sees a standard, and she'll adjust to meet it, not because you demanded it, but because she respects it. Practical move. Audit one part of your life today, your budget, your workout, your schedule. Tighten it up. Make it yours. Embodying quiet power is about resolution, not just confidence. Confidence can be loud, flashy, performative. Resolution is quiet, unshakable. The kind of power that doesn't need a megaphone. You walk like your time matters. You speak like your words carry weight. You dress like you've outgrown trends. Clean lines, quality fabrics, no logos screaming for attention. She notices the way you open a door without rushing, the way you pour a drink with steady hands, the way your scent lingers just enough to make her lean closer. This isn't about showing off. It's about being a man who's already fulfilled. Practical move. Upgrade one piece of your wardrobe this week. Ditch the graphic tees for a fitted button-down. Wear it like you mean it. Creating gravity without moving is about being the still point in the storm. Younger men are restless, always chasing the next thing, the next text, the next dopamine hit. You're centered, your steps are deliberate, your choices clear, your attention isn't scattered, it's directed. When you enter a room, she notices the contrast, not because you're loud, but because you're grounded. She sees the way you close your laptop with purpose, the way you straighten your sleeves before a handshake, the way you guide her through a crowd with a touch that's firm but not clingy. This creates gravity. She feels it in her bones. This is a man who doesn't waste energy, and if he's giving her some of that energy, it means something. Practical move. Slow down your movements next time you're with her. Walk like you own the ground. Speak like every word counts. Revealing yourself slowly is about keeping her curious. Never give her everything up front. Younger guys make this mistake. They overshare, overcompliment, overpromise. You dole out pieces of yourself like rare currency. Let her talk more than you do. Let her ask questions. Lean in. Try to figure you out. When you finally share something, a story, a laugh, a compliment, it lands like a thunderbolt because it's earned. She'll start opening up, sharing more of herself, not because you demanded it, but because she's chasing that moment when you really see her. Practical move. Next time you're talking, hold back one detail about yourself. Let her ask for it. Watch her work to get closer. Turning her into more is the final piece, the one that seals the deal. You don't just turn her on, You turn her into something greater. You don't correct her or preach at her. You reflect, ask questions, share stories that make her think twice about her own life. She starts to notice. No one's ever spoken to her like this. No one's made her feel smarter, more in tune with herself, more aware of who she could become. She's not just attracted to you, she's growing because of you. Picture this. You're talking about a book you read, not to impress her, but because it's part of your world. She starts asking questions, then goes home and buys the book. She's not just chasing you, she's chasing the woman she could be with you. Practical move. Ask her a question that makes her pause, like, what's something you've always wanted to do but never told anyone? Then listen. Let her grow under your influence. Here's the twist that ties it all together. The man who does this isn't just magnetic to younger women. He's untouchable to everyone. Your boss respects you because you don't kiss ass. Your friends lean on you because you don't waver. Even strangers feel your presence in a room because you're not trying to be liked. You're just being. And that's the secret younger women can't resist. They don't want a guy who's trying to be their everything. They want a man who's already everything to himself. That's the man who doesn't chase, doesn't beg, doesn't bend. He builds, he leads. He invites her into a world she can't help but want to be part of. You're not here to wait for permission to be great. Start today. Pick one piece of this. Own your space. Hold her chaos. Lead without asking. Give less. Inspire more. And make it real. Audit your life. Tighten it up. Build a world so strong that women work and the world bend toward you. If you're ready to go deeper, grab my book, The Unshakable Man. It's not about tricks or games. It's about becoming the guy who doesn't need to chase because he's already chosen. Links in the description. Drop a comment below with one thing you're going to change today. Make it specific. Make it real. Hit that like button if this hits you where it counts. Share it with a brother who needs to hear it. And subscribe to keep building with us. Let's create men who don't break,